everyone, my name is Monica, and today I'm going to be doing the newbie booktuber tag. So yeah, I've seen a few people do this recently, and I thought it would be really fun, especially because I'm a very new, mostly book related channel. I'm also going to talk about my life in Korea, stuff like that, but I think it would be cool if you guys got to know me through this tag. It has a lot of really good questions. So the first question is, why did I start my channel? And mostly I just wanted to share my life, my experience with people. I'm an American living in Korea. I have lived here for almost 9 years. Before that, I lived in Japan, and I'm a mom, and I own a bookstore, and I have a lot of hobbies. I love reading books. So yeah, I really wanted to meet other people to discuss books with and get recommendations from. And yeah, I love that kind of thing. Okay, so the second question is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to your YouTube channel? And obviously, being a person who lives in another country, I live abroad. I am multilingual. I speak Korean, Japanese, English, and I've studied a lot of other languages, basically just as a hobby for fun. I've learned some German, some Swedish, a little bit of French, and I took Spanish, and I've taken like a little bit of Chinese, but yeah. But also, I I am a mom in Korea, and my husband is Korean, so we have a lot of interesting discussions. And I read a lot of interesting books. I read books translated from Korean, translated into Korean, from English. I read graphic novels, and I used to read a lot of manga, and I read a lot of nonfiction, like memoir, biography, that kind of thing. So yeah. Okay, so the next question is, what are you most excited about for your channel? And I think I'm most excited to connect with other people. And I really love reading, but reading's kind of a lonely hobby, and it would be really fun to actually talk to people about the books that I read. I have a blog that I haven't updated in a while, but I used to do book reviews on there, and yeah, it would really be fun to do book reviews and TBR lists and just connect with people about the things that I've read. And yeah, that's what I'm excited about. Oh, and I also really love giving and getting book recommendations. So obviously that'll be really fun. Okay, the next question is, why do you love reading? And I really love reading. That moment when you're reading a book and you are just like so tapped into what the author is saying, or even like just the character, and you just really connect with that person. Like, I can't believe somebody else has had this kind of feeling or this thought or this experience before. I thought I was the only one. And when you're reading and you can experience that, or something that you've related to, and it's happening on the page, or even something that is totally different than my own experience when I'm reading about someone else's experience. I mean, how else in the world are you going to be able to know about other people's experience except through reading their words and reading their thoughts and what they've been through? I've been really into memoirs and nonfiction for a while, and yeah, I just love that feeling of really feeling connected to the person, even though they wrote it maybe a long time ago, or they've never even, you've never met this person, they don't even know you exist, but you can just feel this level of connection. And yeah, sometimes when I'm reading, I feel this level of optimism or inspiration. I love getting that feeling when I'm reading something really good that I love. And also, I think I'm an open-minded person and I just love challenging my own ideas and beliefs, and reading something that's different and new and eye-opening is really fun too. Okay, the next question is, what series got you into reading? So if we're going just by series, then the series that I remember the most are things like, um, like Captain Underpants, Series of Unfortunate Events, Harry Potter, um, things like that. What else? What other series have I read? And also a lot of the Roald Dahl books. I had a teacher in middle school who would read them to us, and that was like a very sacred time, is when she would read us a chapter of like the BFG or something like that. It was really nice. Okay, the next question is really fun. It's, what questions would you ask other, like, your favorite booktubers? And my favorite booktuber is actually, my most favorite is Ariel Bissett. And well, right now she's in the middle of a huge renovation project. She bought a house and she's renovating it, but I've followed her since when she was in college and stuff like that. I think mostly I would just want to hang out with my favorite booktubers, because as an American who's lived in Asia for the past over 10 years, I haven't really been able to meet as many people who read the same books as me. And yeah, it would just be fun to sit down with them and talk and discuss maybe the same books that we've read. Yeah, and I feel like with Ariel, I feel like we're friends already, even though we've never met. I really love her videos. They're so personable, and yeah, I really hope I can be able to do that someday. Okay, the next question is, what challenges will be the hardest with your channel on BookTube? So my biggest challenge will be having time to film. So, right now I'm in my house and it's late at night when my kids are sleeping. And yeah, I have a 4-month-old, and it's been really hard lately to film. Either I'm sick, or busy, or sick again, or busy again. So yeah, that'll be a challenge, but I'm hoping that I can work through it. And then also I haven't really edited videos before, so that'll be like a fun new challenge to learn how to edit videos and stuff like that. Okay, the next question is, when did you start reading? And I started reading, I learned how to read really early, and I'm an only child. So basically, growing up in the 90s, it was reading or Barney, and Barney wasn't on all the time. So yeah, I read a lot. I've always been a reader. I think there's only a short time in my life where I wasn't reading, and that was maybe during college when I had to read books for school. I had so many things to read that I didn't read as many. I think I can count on one hand how many actual novels I read when I was in university, and then maybe right after university when I was working. But then when I lived in Japan, I was working as an English teacher, and I had a lot of free time, but I couldn't really buy English books. So what I did was I ended up getting a Kindle, and before that I had said I'd never get a Kindle or an ebook or anything, because I just love the smell and feel of real books. But I've been very into ebooks ever since then, because I could get any book that I wanted basically, and have it wherever I went. So yeah, I've always loved reading. Okay, the next question is, where do you read? So usually I read either in bed on my phone or on my Kindle, or on the couch. Sometimes I do listen to audiobooks while I'm doing the dishes, doing housework, that kind of thing, taking a walk. So audiobooks it depends on the audiobook, but yeah, I can usually do those, especially if they're short, if they're read by the author, like memoirs, stuff like that. But yeah, mostly I read on my couch, and yeah. Oh, but I mean, sometimes I do get to read in my bookstore, but that is a pretty fun experience when I'm in my bookstore and reading. Yeah. Okay, and the last question is, what kind of books do you read? So I read almost everything. I don't read horror, and I don't really read sci-fi all that much. But everything else I've read YA, middle grade, you know, graphic novels, manga, as I said. I read, novels, fantasy, contemporary fiction, memoirs. Um, Sometimes I'll read poetry. I'll read books of essays like The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green, stuff like that. And yeah, I love all kinds of books. I like psychology, sociology, human nature, that kind of thing, or stories. I tend to go for like romance or love stories, things that have friendship, sometimes mysteries, and yeah, I like things that are like page turners, but I also read kind of slowly and I take my time. So I really like things that have really beautiful prose. So yeah, I think that's all the questions, and I hope that gives you some insight into me and what kind of books I'm going to talk about. And yeah, hopefully I'll film another video soon and get this one up. And yeah, I'm excited to see your comments, and please tell me what kind of books you like to read. Any questions that you have for me would be great. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.